throws, hits his stick against something and gets all the shockwaves, and he's fine.
Okay,
Anyway.
what's the story with
why
Daredevil?
the hell would he have to go through the taint of the costume?
Because Ben Affleck's head's way too big.
It is. No, there wasn't one. I was just saying that Fantastic Four is Fox still owns it, and it's going to be shit because it's shitty people. Give it back to Marvel, much like Daredevil got back to Marvel. Look for a good Daredevil movie in a few years.
Don't underestimate the powers of the handicap, says Drew in the chat room.
He's not deaf. He's blind. Big difference.
It's still a handicap.
Well, in other words, he can see what he's going to run into, not hear it.
I don't know. I never got into him. Sorry. And then that film just buried it.
Did you say he's not deaf? He's blind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
I know he's blind.
All right.
That means he doesn't. He can't see what he's going to run into, but he can hear it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's what the.
What if he has poor hearing?
He doesn't
have poor hearing. He's Daredevil.
Says who?
Says the comic and the
Daredevil.
origin story and everything else.
Says the guy who wrote the book.
I don't buy it.
He uses little cane things, and he gets echolocation like a bat.
See, Aaron understands I'm trolling.
Yeah, I know you're trolling too. Moving on. That's all I got. Facebook and YouTube, Twitter, Rick Mulligan. That's it.
Yeah. Don't look up Daredevil.
No.
Not worth your time.
Look up.
Look up how Ben Affleck got into that fucking costume.
Look up Jennifer Garner. All right, just look that up.
We have a web gem. And I've been holding on to this one for an awful long time. People that have been listening to the show for a while probably know what I'm about to play. But it's a true facts from Ze Frank, but it's one that I have never played before. It's one of his first ones, actually. And it's about Morgan Freeman. It is true facts about Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman was born in 1937. He narrated his own birth, saying, "Leaving the warm comfort of his mother's womb, I, Morgan Freeman, enter the world. Soon I will make my first poop, one of many in the life of Morgan Freeman." The first time that Morgan Freeman saw himself crying in the mirror, he became old, and he remained that way his whole life. From then on, every time that Morgan Freeman cried, it rained. In heaven. When Morgan Freeman makes a documentary film, he narrates it first, and then nature makes it so. The only reason that the sun rises each day is because Morgan Freeman narrated that sunrise in his dreams the night before. The only reason that you're alive right now is because Morgan Freeman is narrating your life, as he does for billions and billions of others, each day. And when you have a bout of diarrhea, Morgan Freeman narrates it so that you appear noble, at the mercy of nature, and a taco. Morgan Freeman goes through 4 or 5 microphones a day because his voice turns them into bars of gold, which he uses to fund his quest to create a real Santa Claus. Morgan Freeman cannot be cloned because that would require unicorn tears. Morgan Freeman doesn't have sex. When he smiles, a baby simply appears in a field full of kittens. Earthquakes are merely Mother Nature having an orgasm when she listens to March of the Penguins. Penguins didn't exist until Morgan Freeman made that movie. He's that good. If you're having a rough day, think about Morgan Freeman, because he's certainly thinking about you. Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
See, it was a goodie.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever heard that one.
Nope. I hid that one from the world. And Morgan Freeman.
That's pretty funny.
He does have one of those voices, though, where he's just like, oh, I could just listen to him. I think I've read or heard a couple audio books, short stories or something with him in it. And then it's just, he's just got such an awesome voice. I'm Morgan Freeman. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It's inflections or something. It's amazing. Love that guy. He was good in Oblivion, too, by the way, with Tom Cruise.
Didn't see it.
That movie's coming out, I think, this Tuesday.
It involved Tom Cruise.
It's
Morgan
good.
Freeman may have offset it enough for me to be interested.
Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman.
We could just do this for an hour and a half.
Morgan Freeman.
All right.
All right, this is the time of the show where we ask anyone to call in. We're going to be doing odd news. Usually we have talking points, but we're going to do odd news. You can hang out with us. You have an opinion. about the topic we're talking about or the story or the article, give us a call. Aaron, numbers, Skype name, go.
You can look us up on Skype at Tanked Radio, or give us a call at 1-248-242-7447. We'll be glad that you did.
Let's do it.
Say Hot Pockets.
I don't have that one pulled up. I apologize.
Hot Pockets.
This one.
What? Gotta play the odd news.
I'm waiting.
He's looking to see how many people join us in this debauchery.
All right. This first one is awesome, only because I have always said the U.S.-Canadian border is not very secure whatsoever. Canadian swims back and forth across the Detroit River after 8 beers.
That was me.
Why would you do that? That water's so gross.
I got dared. I won 18 hot dogs. It's not true.
All right. A Canadian said he had both pride and regret after swimming across the Detroit River and back.
Died.
After drinking 8 beers. He undertook the border crossing challenge from Windsor to Detroit.
And back.
Monday night to show he could do it. Of course, that's the only reason to do anything like that. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, his actions also sparked a international rescue effort after neighbors watching the event lost sight of him for about a half hour. They called police, and the rescue effort was started. He swam from Windsor to Detroit, the Renaissance Center, for those of you who know Detroit itself.
It's the only big building we have.
Otherwise known as the Rinsen.
Yep.
It's that big building. Anytime you see a wide shot of Detroit, it's the big building.
Yeah,
right on the
a
river.
couple different buildings. 3.
But it's the one. Yeah, it's the big complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he left the water when he arrived at the Rinsen and dove right back in for the return trip.
Were the cops waiting for him already?
No.
Did he bring his passport?
Probably not. So when he noticed boats and helicopters from the Canadian U.S. agencies that were sent to find him, just imagine diving back in, getting about halfway across, and just being like, "The fuck's all this? What's all this commotion?"
Do you think he would be in trouble if he had his passport?
Well, he's going back.
Yeah.
He's just like, "Oh, I forgot it."
Don't worry, guys. That Canuck's just swimming right back. We have someone on the line?
We did, and then I hung up on him.
Oh, good job there, phone screener.
No, because
A fucking professional operation
No.
we have over here.
no, I hung up on him on purpose.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I cut Rick off, which is no good.
Oh, you didn't add him correctly.
Yeah.
So, listener, whoever...
It was Drew.
It was Drew? Fucking call back on Drew. Hang out with us. That was not on purpose. I think.
It was.
You had everything situated over there?
Absolutely not.
No? What'd you do? Did you break it all?
I broke everything.
What? Where's Rick? Get Rick back on first.
He's on.
Okay, you're on, Rick?
Rick,
Yes.
how's it going? You're back.
I was hung up on.
You were. All right, now I just added him. There we go.
Drew.
I see how you are, Aaron.
Jesus.
God, turn your volume down.
Wow, dude. Be any louder, little man.
Holy hell.
That was awesome.
Hi, Drew.
Good evening.
Way to jump on the scene.
Hey, Drew, would you swim across the channel?
Hell no.
Did the guy get dysentery? Because that water's nasty.
You got leeches all
no.
up and down his penis.
I bet he did.
Probably had zebra muscles on his butt.
Yeah.
He did. He can possibly be fined with $5,000 to $35,000 worth of fines
That was an expensive swim.
$35,000
for swimming across a shipping channel.
Wow.
Well, who cares? The guy wanted to do it. If the guy wanted to kill himself in the process, possibly of swimming across the river, let him do it. Who's finding him? Canada?
Quote, the harbor master was extremely mad at me.
Why? Did it delay anything? Did it stop anything? Did it
No,
hurt
because
anyone?
the ship wouldn't stop anyways.
No, but here's the thing. Since the neighbor called, that's where the international rescue effort came in. So then they had to stop shipping because of the rescue effort. Boom.
Use a snorkel next time. They'll never see you.
Well, that's the problem, is they couldn't see him.
Well, they had to have seen him at one point to know that he was actually in there, right?
Yeah, no, it was the neighbor. When he dove back in, they lost sight of him in the waves.
Fucking nosy
And then they
neighbors.
couldn't see him. So then they called the police for the rescue effort.
All right, fair enough.
See, but here's the thing. This is where he should have just staged his own drowning.
Yeah.
And then he probably wouldn't have been fine.
Use the stupid lily pad bamboo reed straw technique.
Yeah, dude.
One lily pad somehow survived in Detroit River going by. What is that, a lily pad with a bamboo reed? Here, never get around that thing.
Don't hit it. Lily pads are endangered, by the way.
Could be a Canuck underneath there. Don't know.
Did you just say lily pads are endangered?
They are.
No.
They
They're
are.
not.
Yes. Okay. It's not
certain types and certain locations.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, it's not the lily pad itself. It's the flower on the lily
Whoa,
pad.
Drew,
Yeah.
lily pad expert on the line. Drew, how do you know this?
Because we were talking when I was canoeing last year on the Rogue River north of Grand Rapids.
Nice.
We were told not to canoe through the lily ponds because of the flowers there.
See?
Fuck, I just
wish
dug
I-
some
I
up
wish I had
last
the-
week.
I wish I had the bullshit bumper. I'm calling bullshit.
It's totally not bullshit. It's real.
No, it is real. It is. Yeah, it's an endangered type
All right,
of flower.
All right, I'll believe it.
It
Thank you, Scott.
Just because they're around Michigan a lot doesn't mean they're everywhere. Like, go to Arizona
said
and
certain-
find me a lily pad.
He said
There wasn't never lily pads in Arizona ever.
There you go. See?
There's no water in Arizona.
I'm just proving the fact that they aren't there.
There's only extremely rich people in Arizona.
No.
Only in Scottsdale.
Oh,
I've
in
been to
Scottsdale?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been to the rich part then.
Dude, on one side of the highway in Arizona, it's really, really nice. And then you literally go across the street and it's squatter Indians and it's awful.
Their overpasses are tiled.
Dude, I'm telling you right now,
They're
man. where
gorgeous.
The area where my mom lives, you can drive down one part of the highway and the walls are huge so that the people on the right side don't have to see across and see all the squatters on the left side. It's bad.
TPs started, I don't know what I was going to say.
Essentially,
What?
It looks like a redneck front yard everywhere in certain parts of that area.
Dude, Arizona is the world's second largest bombing range next to Nevada.
Pretty much.
Are you sure?
Don't question him. He knows about lily pads.
Yeah. You can call bullshit on me on that one. I'm not 100% sure about the bombing area, but Drew knows.
Yuma Proving Ground.
Nice. Yuma Proving Grounds.
All right, so the next one. I love this. A western Montana man floating in an inner tube suffered broken bones in his legs, torn ligaments in his knees, when another man jumped from a bridge and landed in his lap.
Shut up.
Wow.
So, those fun guys who just decide they're going to jump off a bridge into a river? Well, apparently this fucker didn't look before he jumped.
That is like priority number one.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Like
priority number one is climbing up the tree or cliff or wherever you're jumping from. Right?
Yeah. But it's just like,
Two is looking.
I'm going to jump off this bridge that's way above this water. I should probably see what I'm going to land on first. Nope. You landed directly on Andy Hill of Missouri.
Hi, I'm Andy Hill. You landed on me.
He and his wife were floating under the bridge on the Clark Fork River near, East Missoula
Sure.
on Sunday.
Yeah, you're right.
That's where Andy floats.
When a man landed on him. Suddenly, I had an intense pain and was underwater, Hill said.
Oh, my God. Got dive bombed.
There was a guy on my lap, and he rolled off my lap and just kept apologizing, saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Sorry, dude.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, man. I just jumped out of a huge tree. Didn't look. I'm sorry, man.
The man
Was
actually...
it Doc Brown?
The man actually swam Hill to the shore on the inner tube, and the man's friends helped Hill as well. Hill suffered broken bones in both lower legs and cracked femur in his left leg. With
Oh, my
Jesus,
God.
likely spend the rest of the summer in a wheelchair or on crutches.
Holy shit.
Well, there's a positive side of this. At least he didn't break any bones in his upper legs.
Yes,
What was his first name?
but Andy Hill.
Andy Hill.
Poor Andy. It was the longest afternoon of his life.